Hi everybody, Brian here. This video I'm going to walk you through setting up your squeeze page with your Aweber form that you just created in a past video. First thing that we want to do is that we want to kind of organize ourselves. What I have done is I've gone and I've searched out on the internet and I've downloaded my PLR product that I'm going to be using as my free giveaway product. And we'll walk through how to set that up. You'll notice here in this one window here, this is my PLR product for 100 money saving tips. Alright, inside of this, when I downloaded this, it came the PDF file, the index page, which if we double click on we can take a quick look, and this is what it looks like without any of the images added. And we will add those images here shortly. We'll go back to the list here. Here are the two images. For example, there's the main image of the product, and then of course the big Get Instant Access button. Okay, so here are the files that we are going to use to generate our squeeze page. So now, now that I have all these 4 files here, we want to get ready to start uploading those files. As you can see here, I have opened up my Aweber, which we're going to be using, and I've also opened up my cPanel for my web server, so I can upload these files to my web server. But first, let's kind of take some baby steps here. First thing we want to do is that we want to be able to add the Aweber code to our squeeze page. See here, insert your opt-in form here. We want to enter in our web form that we just created, and to do that we'll go to Aweber, log back into our account. We'll go to the list that we just created. We will then come over to the right and select on web forms. We now have a list of the web forms that we've created for this list. The one we created was my new web form, and here it is here. Now we want to just kind of look at this, make sure we've got things doctored up the way we would like them, stuff like that. Also, to keep in mind, because we're going to be uploading our product, in this case a PDF file, to the server, and if you recall in the last video we discussed how the subscriber would get their free product. We would either set it up for the custom thank you page, so then as soon as the person opts in to our list, they are taken to the web page where they can download their product, or we could have had it set up to confirm when they submit to join our list, and in that confirmation email that they would have received would be the link to the free product that we are promoting. But in this case we want to change things so it's the custom form. And what we want to do is we want to look here for the custom thank you page. Here is the custom page drop down. Now this is a different one that I use. We don't want to be using that one right now, so I'll just get rid of that. We don't necessarily need to go any farther than that. First we want to start uploading everything, so then we can go back and enter in the URLs for the files. So first thing we want to do is that we want to go back to our cPanel, and we want to log in to our cPanel for our web server. We then want to come down to the file manager. Now, if I go back to the folder here that is containing all of the PLR files for this product, before we start uploading anything, there are a couple of things that we need to make sure that we do so we don't cause any more problems or issues once we upload files. For instance, notice this one file here named your index file. Now on my web server, of course, I have another index file. If I were to upload this index file to my web server, it would write over top of that index file that's currently there. Before we start uploading something, we want to rename if we have to, which in this case we do. So if I right click on top of that file and come down to rename, right, I can rename it. Now I want to kind of keep it to the same name as the product, so maybe we'll just keep this as money saving tips. No spaces, right? Money saving tips. Enter. Okay. So now we can start uploading things. Okay. First thing we want to do is go to our cPanel like we'd opened earlier. We want to go into the public HTML folder. Double click on that. We can now start uploading. If you look up at the top here, you can find the upload icon. If we click on that, we are now presented with a browse button, so we can browse for the file that we want to upload. Alright, let's just take a look here. Here are the files that we want to upload. Okay. They are in the money saving tips folder. So I'll browse, and we are into the money saving tips folder. Right? Unfortunately, we can only do one of these at a time. Now, what we could have done, hold on, I'll go to my desktop. Here's my folder. If I double click on my folder, here are the files. Right? What we could have done is we could have put all of these files into a zipped file to package them all up, and so then we only have to upload that one file, but then we have to open that zipped file on the server, and I don't want to cause any confusions at this particular time, so I'm just going to upload each individual file. Okay, with that, just click on it once, open, and as you can see down at the bottom here, it is now completed. I'll browse, pick the second one, open. Again, it's now complete. You want to browse, grab the third one, open, and it's complete. I then want to browse. Here's my money saving tips index file that I created, that I renamed. I want to select it, and I want to open. Okay, so now we've finished uploading our files. As you can see, we uploaded 4 files. I can now close this window and go back to my public HTML folder. Before we start, because we'd uploaded those, we need to reload this page or refresh this page. So if I select to reload, now we should be able to find those files. So if we go back, if you remember, here are the files, right? We want to open up the money saving tips index file. We'll scroll down, alphabetical order, money saving tips.htm. That's our index file right there. If I select that file once, we can take a look at it through the HTML editor. If I select the HTML editor, say yes, I want to edit, here is that opt-in form. Okay, if I go back to my cPanel and with the money saving tips index file highlighted, if I want to select on the code editor. Again, I want to get into that. Now the reasons for this is so we can add our Aweber code into it and change up our image files. For example, we had uploaded our image files just right into the public HTML folder. We did not put those images into a folder named images. As you can see here, source equals images get instant access big red button .jpeg. That's the button for our squeeze page, but it is not, we did not upload that picture or that image file into the images folder. So that's one thing that we want to change around. Here's the other image file. We need to get rid of that also. Right? However, one thing at a time. For example, we want to enter in our Aweber code. As you can see right here, insert opt-in form here. That's where we want to put our code. So let's go back for a quick second here. And we had uploaded the file for the product. And we want to set up our custom thank you page. So what we want to do is we want to find that file, which was 100 money saving tips. It's a PDF file. Scroll up, here it is here. Right? So what I like to do is I like to just come back to a browser window and I like to type in the location or the URL of where that file resides. It's on my server. Oops. And it was 100. Okay, now this is where it's important to have case sensitive stuff. Understand what is there, because if you type it in incorrect, it will not work. So 100 money saving tips. 100 money saving tips .pdf. And nope, that wasn't it. And there you go. There's the product that I'd uploaded to our server. 100 money saving tips. Now, if this was something that I was going to make a custom cover for and stuff like that, I would put a little more into this and I would create a cover for this. So then the person who just downloaded this would see a nice cover. However, right now we're only interested in the URL. So if I come back to my address bar and highlight that, I select copy. Now if I go into my Aweber, if I go back down to my custom thank you page and I put that URL like that, Now my custom thank you page, so after somebody opts into my list and they click on submit, they will be taken directly to the product. All right? So I want to keep that. So I want to save. Okay? I then want to publish that. Oh, I can save. This is where I want to get my code for my opt-in. Remember, right click on the code and it automatically selects all of the code. If you by mistake accidentally left click, if you right click on the code anywhere on the code and select all, it'll highlight all of the code. So then you can right click on the code again and select copy. Now if we go back into the cPanel where it says to insert the opt-in form right here, I want to highlight what's in between the brackets. In this case, insert opt-in form here. I want to right click on top of that because I just copied it from Aweber and I paste that in there. So now my opt-in form is in there. However, if I just close out, go to another window and stuff, it will not come up. Why? Because I have not saved. So I want to save my changes. Okay? So if we come back to the HTML editor, again, this is a stagnant copy. We haven't refreshed the page. So once I refresh, here's my opt-in form. Right? Fantastic. Also, if you remember the images, if we go back into the code editor, okay, here we go. Here's one of them right here. We want to get rid of this portion here. The folder where it's currently says that it sits, but we know that it doesn't because we uploaded it directly to our public HTML folder. So I'll get rid of that. I'll also get rid of this one here. Okay, and those are the only two images, right? Remember, go back to here. Here are the two images. All right. Again, make sure we save. Okay. So now if we go back to our HTML editor, right, there's no images. However, if we refresh that, there's our two images. Right? And that's essentially all we need to do. Now, because we had entered in our custom thank you page, and we named this 100 money saving tips, if I go back to my web page, whoops, and go straight, type into the location box directly to my server, the location of my squeeze page, $100 money saving tips.htm, enter. No. what did we call that? Money saving tips, wasn't it? Money saving tips.htm. Money saving tips.htm. Enter. And there's my squeeze page. That's my final product. Now that I've uploaded my images, I've entered in my Aweber code into my squeeze page. This is the final product. So this would be where the location that I would promote. If I was entering into a giveaway, this would be my squeeze page location. Right? If I enter in my name, my email, and say get access now, oh, I'm already subscribed. Alright, we'll try a different one. I enter my name and an email, say get access now, and I'm taken directly to my product. See that? All because we had entered in the URL for our download of our final product onto our server. Right? So if we go back, this is what our squeeze page looked like before, until we had uploaded it to the server. The images were added to it, our opt-in form was added to it, and we got our final result. That one there. Alright, this is Brian. Thank you for watching.